From domestic matters to worrying international stories now, and Saturday's Times, Toby.
Yes, so this is quite an alarming story. It's about China has shunned cooperation with the US over Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan.
Wait a minute, I thought China were nice. What's going on?
Yeah, no, hard to believe, but they've said that they're no longer going to talk to the United States about, amongst other things, repatriating illegal migrants. And I thought to myself, now that can't refer to Americans illegally entering China and trying to stay in China. It must be that China have said, we're no longer going to repatriate illegal Chinese migrants who've gone to the United States. Well, if I was a Chinese migrant in the United States, I'd probably be quite relieved I wasn't going to be repatriated to China. I mean, it seems a bit of a feeble threat. But anyway, no, it is quite serious. And they've got these military exercises in the Taiwan Straits, and one analyst, one China specialist in China, admittedly says this could easily lead to war in this story. So it is all quite alarming. And there was one quite funny comment from someone using the huge Chinese version of Twitter, who said he complained, this was just an ordinary Chinese citizen, I waited until 1 a.m. last night to see our Air Force take down Pelosi's plane. All I could see is a repetition of harsh words from the Chinese government and random cannon fire financed by taxpayers' money. So disappointing. Like, he wanted a full-scale thermonuclear war and was disappointed when it didn't actually break out with the Chinese authorities.
Sure, it wasn't Donald Trump on it, and now he's banned from Twitter. Yeah, you wonder if it's just more posturing. I mean, we covered this story the other day of Pelosi going there and causing chaos, and somehow I missed the chance to say this would never have happened under Trump, which is kind of like the thing I always say. Because it wouldn't, would it? You wouldn't get Pelosi. She'd be too busy at home, monitoring tweets and ripping up speeches. So this has actually happened because the Dems are such a mess and because Pelosi wants to get some sort of victory before the midterms. Or, more generously, because she genuinely cares about human rights in China.
Or because she wanted to distract attention from the fact that her husband's just been convicted of drunken driving. Did you know that?
This is why it's good to have an actual journalist with knowledge.
Is Nancy Pelosi a dangerous warmonger? Because, I mean, this isn't helping relations between United States and China, is it?
Just quickly...
Well, that sounds like the Chinese government's line there, Mark.
I know.
And I think...
Well, I mean, I've been got at by Beijing, I'm not going to lie. But why is she poking the hornet's nest in this way?
Well, I think she wants... she's not doing it with the official blessing of the Biden administration. She's supposedly done it under her own steam and against the advice of the Pentagon. They're having to say that to kind of cover themselves. And she wouldn't actually be going without Biden's permission. So, of course, it did get clearance, I'm sure. I think she's doing it in order to provide some recognition to Taiwan and to reassure the people of Taiwan that, they have a friend in the United States, and if they are invaded by China, the US might well stick up for them.
That's
it's
You're going with the generous interpretation. By the way, do you think when Nancy Pelosi, because she's known to like a drink, well, people think that, do you think when her husband got done for drunk driving, it was one of those where you swap around? I can't allege that. I would like Toby to allege it and get in trouble.
That sounds libelous, yes.
Yes, that didn't happen. That was just satire.
Her lawyers are watching. We'll have a whip round to pay for your court case.